So it's been a long time since I last shared my Sunday morning thoughts. My sacred energy has been flowing towards offering this to you for a little while now. So as always, these are a stream of consciousness. Take what works for you and leave the rest. And in the meantime, I am making myself a beautiful sacred mug of cacao. And I also have some Bees Blend brewing as I go. 1. Knowing your core values and knowing they can change over time can be a powerful and supportive way to be intentional about your life. Right now, my core values are integrity, authenticity, and freedom. Checking in with them helps me stay aligned with the life I want to live. 2. I went for a dog walk recently via the garage to send off a vintage item. Oh my goodness me, so much yay for actually selling something for once. Anyway, it was raining and despite wearing a waterproof, I was absolutely drenched through. The best bit was that I couldn't get wetter, so I embraced the rain and relished the experience for all of its playful, enlivening, adventurous and sensory delight. Attitude and perspective are everything. 3. I got a bit stuck last week in my desire to keep promises that I make to myself. It felt really important, but there was a heaviness to it. I shared with a friend and she asked me, what if you commit to asking yourself whether a promise you made to yourself still feels aligned and only keep it if it does? Wow, what a shift into freedom, joy and ease. 4. A couple of weekends ago, I did a triathlon. 2 days before, I felt very cross that I was even doing it. The day before, I realised that I was only doing it because I had chosen to do it and that actually I didn't have to do it at all. I realised I could just do some of it and not the rest. On the day, I did all of it and I loved it. I actually didn't love the run, but I loved the achievement, the satisfaction, the shared experience of doing it with one of my closest friends, and I loved reaching for her hand as we approached the finish line so we could cross the line together. 5. You don't need to heal to move forward with your life. Healing is something that you do as you live your life. You're not broken and there is nothing to fix. You simply have the opportunity to return to yourself more and more and more as you live. 6. Even a hard day can be a good day. A hard week can be a good week. A hard year can be a good year. Notice whether you can sit with both experiences being true and what might be possible when that is your reality. 7. Talking of reality, if you try to fight it, you will only be exhausted. When you accept reality, especially all the aspects of it that you have no control over, then there will be more flow to your life. What if your reality is the exact experience you need right now for your highest good? 8. Are you prioritizing pleasure? And if not, why not? 9. We are in the energy of autumn. We recently had the equinox, and so we are still in this opportunity of being with the equal light and the dark in the southern hemisphere, where we're finishing our harvest, we're beginning to consider what we're taking into the darker months with us to rest with as we change the pace of life for a while. What are you harvesting in your own life? And what's one small thing you might like to do to create more balance? 10. These are the best of days. Love.